Please welcome BuzzFeed's Jarrett Weiselman, who will take us through some pointed conversations with the Arrow cast and producers.
Hi guys, how are you? I am so excited to be here that I'm dropping water because I am such a huge fan of the first show we have coming up tonight. Do we have other Arrow fans in Hall H right now? Anything to meet the insane holder, I swear. Okay, keep that applause going. We are going to bring out the men and women behind Arrow right now. First up, Chief Creative Officer for DC Entertainment, Jeff Johns. Next up, Executive Producer Greg Berlanti. Star Paul Blackthorne. Star David Ramsey. Give it up for Katie Cassidy. Keep it going, Willa Holland. Perhaps he's reformed, we don't know. John Barrowman. Next we have Executive Producer Wendy Mursal. Executive Producer Mark Guggenheim. And last but by no means least, Executive Producer Andrew Kreisberg. Guys, give it up for Team Arrow! Alright, we're going to jump right into this because time is limited and we have to talk about that suit, Steven. That new suit is bomb. It is amazing.
Jeff, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that was not, I forget. How does it compare to the other suits you've worn?
Well, first of all, we need to give credit to Maya Maney. I may have pronounced her last name wrong. M-A-N-I, sorry. But she has made every single suit on our show since the original Arrow costume. And she's up in Vancouver right now. I hope she gets to see this. She's done such a bang-up job. Everything that the producers, the creators, the writers, me, John asked her to do for the suit. She did it and she nailed it. Did you guys like it? Good.
Well, I would love to know because it seems like he's battle ready. I mean, Berlanti, how does the suit factor in to season 4?
Well, I think we've sort of always said that the progression for Oliver is very much from the Arrow to Green Arrow, and this is the first real step in that direction. I think it expresses sort of who he's going to become more than necessarily who he's been on the series.
Andrew, I mean, if you could sort of expand upon that, how does that play into the tone of the new season?
I think, the show isn't going to suddenly become a comedy, but I think that there's there's certainly at the end of that clip, you saw Oliver driving off into the sunset, so when the season starts, he's in a much better place, he's happy, he's in love. I think that feeling kind of infuses all the characters, and there's a little bit more fun this year, a little bit more humor, but it still takes place on rooftops and still shooting arrows and still takes place in the rain. And
Wendy, I mean, in the writer's room, what is getting you guys excited about that new sort of phase that Andrew's talking about?
Well, we actually get to have Oliver make some jokes in the lair, which is a first for so that's really fun. And it's been, as Greg was saying, part of Oliver's evolution and part of the journey of his character, to see him in love and see what it's like for him to be in a relationship and also be working with someone who's part of his superhero mission.
Absolutely. It was announced the other day, Jeff, that Damien Dark is going to be a part of the new season. Very exciting. What can you tell us about bringing in this new comic book character to the world of Arrow?
I really started with, I think, a conversation with Mark about what villains would come into Arrow, and there's a big one coming, another big one coming beyond Damien Dark, but Damien Dark's a villain from the Titans, and he's got a big crew behind him. But there's a lot of, in Arrow, there's a lot of characters coming up that people won't really guess that are going to come from the DC universe that will appear soon.
Mark, do you want to add anything to that?
Anything to...
Anything to talking about perhaps these new characters?
Oh,
that
the
might
new
be coming
characters.
in?
Well,
You know, perhaps.
we've got a few. We've got a gentleman who will be joining Damian. Batman fans know him as Anarchy. Really excited about. And, you know, one of the things that we like to do on Arrow is tell the secret origins of various characters. You know, you got to see how, you know, Roy Harper became Arsenal. You got to see how Laurel became the Black Canary. Thea became Speedy. This year, we want to introduce a new character to the, you know, Arrow, you know, show, Mr. Terrific.
Anything that you can tell us beyond the name coming into the world, writers?
He's going to work with Felicity, be a good friend of hers. We're often asked about when we're going to add another LGBT character to the show, and our version of Mr. Terrific happens to be gay.
I love it. Mark was talking a little bit about sort of everyone's evolutions, and Katie, this was a huge year for you on the show. We saw her go from the darkest she's ever been to outfitted in some badass leather. I mean, what excited you about finally getting to put on that suit after 3 years?
Everything? I mean,
The PA system is super excited about it too.
yeah. Sick. So I got the, yeah, everyone agrees, I guess. I don't know what that means. I'm really excited. I've obviously, I mean, you know, it's been, I feel like it's been a long time coming, but it absolutely was worth the wait, and I think it was great. You know, the way the writers took the character and the way they wrote for me was fantastic, and it just made it that much more legitimate and that much more realistic, and made me that much more excited about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that were a long time coming, Willa, may I officially call you Speedy now?
You may. That's the first time I've ever seen a shot of me in the outfit, actually. It's right there.
It's a good look.
I'm staring at it and I can't keep my eyes off of that. Why isn't it on my body right now?
When it sort of came down that you would be getting in the suit for real, for good, what excited you about this next phase in Thea's life?
Again, like Katie said, absolutely everything. But just being able to do justice to the origin story of a female character going from, you know, troubles to being lied to trying to grow up, get her stuff together, failing at it a little bit. Then being lied to a bit more here and there, having her father come into her life, maybe think it's gonna be okay, then it fails some more, and then, you know, she gets lied to again, and like, there's just like all this stuff she goes through, but normally when you see that on television or film, it's usually a woman who doesn't really come back up from that. So it's been absolutely a beyond honor to play a strong female character who's come out the other side and is in some red clouded leather. Yeah, it's been absolutely the greatest thing that's ever happened in my life, and I had tears of joy when I tried on the outfit for the first time, guys.
That's my girl.
Yep. Daddy's proud.
I think it's very understandable. You know, if we're talking about costumes, there was a moment towards the end of last season when I pretty much fell out of my chair, and I think that was when Felicity landed in the Atom suit. Did not see it. Emily, what was it like being in that suit?
Well, I'll tell you a little secret that's not so much a secret. I only wore the upper half of the suit. It was actually Brandon's suit. I was wearing a lot of hockey pads underneath, as well as a men's shorts leotard on an apple box. And the turnaround shot, when Steven is smiling lovingly into my eyes, he's actually looking at a 6'4" stuntman who is gorgeous. He's a handsome fellow. But I was behind the screens going, Oliver, and just like right into Mike's eyes, and that was probably priceless for me. Wearing that suit was awesome. like B he's got a lot of, not weight, I would say, but it's stiff. I mean, it's an awesome suit, but he's got an attitude like I've never seen. That guy is always positive, and he's wearing that suit with that cowl. But super cool.
I love it. Speaking of cows, John, are you going to be officially ditching the hoods for like long, lengthy robes now that you are Roz?
I don't know, but I got the ring. I don't really know if I'll be ditching the the hood for the robes. That's what I think is exciting about being part of this show. And these guys know, as do my fellow actors on the show, they know I don't like to know what's going to happen too far ahead. I like to be surprised because I'm a big nerd and geek myself, and I get the scripts and go, oh, are you kidding? It's totally awesome. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. Obviously I do know some things, but we'll see. Am I going to keep the hood, or am I going to keep the long cape?
You're going
the drapes?
to keep the long cape, but you're going to get back into the hood for episode 3.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So.
And will I wear this is the thing, will I wear the ring?
Yeah, that's
just anytime.
So long as you're Ra's al Ghul, you can wear the ring.
Much.
Badge of office.
I'm so glad I had this one made for myself.
I love that. I totally
did.
You're never getting it back.
If we're talking about ditching stuff, I know you guys go back to work like officially on Monday. David, are they going to make you shave? We got a little hiatus scruff happening. What's that about?
Yeah, you guys like the scruff?
Hey, Emily, do you like the scruff?
I like the scruff.
I like the scruff.
I'd say keep the
He'll
scruff.
be shaven.
Yeah, that's what I know, right? That's what's up. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep the scruff because I don't know if it'll go well with my new helmet.
Diggle has officially gotten a costume.
Yeah. It's called Black Driver.
Do you know what we heard today? Sorry to interrupt, but I have to say.
Never gets old, does it?
Dolliver.
Dolliver. The bromance.
Never before has a boy wanted more.
Mark, what made this the right time to get Diggle in a uniform like that?
Well, one of the things that we started to feel last year, and we've addressed this on the show, is Diggle's got a wife, he's got a daughter, and if he's going out there surrounded by people in masks and he's, John Diggle, it's not the greatest idea on his part. So I think Oliver's advice last year to, cover up your face a bit was well taken.
That and David said he would kill us if we didn't give him a costume.
Yeah, I did say that.
So then, everyone on the stage now, Felicity borrows hers, but Paul, I feel like we got to get you in some sort of leather spandex number.
I have this really nice suit. It's a grey suit, and I got a white shirt and a stripy tie this year. Superhero stuff. Yeah, I'm still going to regular costume fittings myself, but that's okay. Lance hasn't quite
I have a
got
better
superhero
idea.
status yet. I don't know if that's really on the cards, but we shall see.
Yellow spandex.
Well, let me ask, there was sort of his loyalties to Oliver over the last season really changed a lot. He was opposed, now he's on. Do you officially consider yourself part of Team Arrow now?
Well, I don't know if he would have officially ever considered himself part of Team Arrow, just for himself. But I don't know, it's sort of been, the last 5 months has obviously been Team minus Arrow. And Lance has had to reconcile with this idea of this new bunch walking around with just this kind of sulking leader. You just seem to be sulking a lot in this, about this whole thing, don't you?
I do sulk a lot, but I look good.
He does look good when he's sulking. soaks. It kind of pouts a bit as well.
Well, the new outfit looks nice. It helps. It helps.
Hey, Paul, do you want to join the league?
Say again?
I got a job for you in the league if you want one.
Thank you.
Don't
Has it got a
you
nice
dare.
outfit I could borrow with it?
Yeah, I got a couple outfits in my closet. You can pass
Daddy
me?
Tom.
Thank you, darling.
Daddy
Up
Tom.
there.
So we're going to open it up to your questions in a minute. I think there's a line and a mic, but before I do, Stephen and Emily, congratulations are in order. Elicity was crowned Ship of the Year, I believe, at the MTV Fan Award. You guys voted that for them. Stephen, what does it mean to have this partnership recognized so intensely by the fans that they voted it over every other relationship on television?
Well, first of all, it means that we've been around for a while. You know, we're going into our 4th season, and in this day and age, that's rarefied air. It's not supernatural air, but it's rarefied air, and there have been a ton of different elements that people have had the opportunity and the time to become passionate about. So the fact that so many of you reached out and made this happen for Emily and myself and the show, it really does mean a lot. Like, not quite an Emmy, but it means a lot.
What about for you, Emily?
What does it mean for me? Well, let me tell you. This is really cool. We are going into our 4th season, and I've said this before, that passion feeds passion, and getting to come here, which we do get to do every year, and it also has started to unite us as well, because it's always the start of our season, and coming into something like that, when you see the passion that you guys have fed into, and you guys are the best fandom, I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes it's hard to articulate or respond because it seems a little estranged or distant, and then we get here and this love is so apparent, and we want to express, all of us want to express that we just love you guys too. And that's what we appreciate. We appreciate that you guys are having us.
All right, they have a jam-packed night here at Warner Brothers, but let's get a couple of questions.